प्रत्येकपटक हाँस्दामा खुसीमा महसुस गर्छु र जब तिमी रुन्छौ म तिमी भन्दा पनि बढी दुखी हुन्छु मेरा सपनाहरू पूरा हुनका लागि मलाई तिम्रो साथको आवश्यकता छ तिमीले मलाई दिएको मायाले मलाई निडर र बहादुर बनाउँछ किनभने हामी एउटै परिवार हो हामी सहयात्री हो तिम्रो साथ पाएर म धन्य भए किनभने हामी एउटै परिवार हो सुख र दुःखको पलमा हामीले एकसाथ जीवन बिताइरहेका छौँ किनभने हामी एउटै परिवार हो हामी सहयात्री हो तिम्रो साथ पाएर म धन्य भए किनभने हामी एउटै परिवार हो सुख र दुःखको पलमा हामीले एकसाथ जीवन बिताइरहेका छौँ तिमी प्रत्येकपटक हाँस्दामा खुसीमा महसुस गर्छु र जब तिमी रुन्छौ म तिमी भन्दा पनि बढी दुखी हुन्छु मेरा सपनाहरू पूरा हुनका लागि मलाई तिम्रो साथको आवश्यकता छ तिमीले मलाई दिएको मायाले मलाई निडर र बहादुर बनाउँछ किनभने हामी एउटै परिवार हो हामी सहयात्री हो तिम्रो साथ पाएर म धन्य भए किनभने हामी एउटै परिवार हो सुख र दुःखको पलमा हामीले एकसाथ जीवन बिताइरहेका छौँ किनभने हामी एउटै परिवार हो हामी सहयात्री हो तिम्रो साथ पाएर म धन्य भए किनभने हामी एउटै परिवार हो सुख र दुःखको पलमा हामीले एकसाथ जीवन बिताइरहेका छौँ किनभने हामी एउटै परिवार हो हामी सहयात्री हो तिम्रो साथ पाएर म धन्य भए किनभने हामी एउटै परिवार हो सुख र दुःखको पलमा हामीले एकसाथ जीवन बिताइरहेका छौँ I feel happy when you laugh cheerfully, and when you are crying, I hurt even more deeply. For my dreams to come true, I will need your company. Your love makes my courage grow strong within me. Because we are one family. together, we share life joyfully. Because we are one family. We're together, so grateful you're with me. Because we are one family. We're together, we share life joyfully.
Okay.
I feel happy when you laugh cheerfully, and when you are crying, I hurt even more deeply. For my dreams to come true, I will need your company. Your laugh makes my courage grow strong within me. Because we are one family. We're together, so grateful you're with me. Because we are one family. We're together, we share life joyfully. Because we are one family. We're together, so grateful you're with me. Because we are one family. We're together, we share life joyfully. Because we are one family. We're together, so grateful you're with me. Because we are one family. We're together and share life joyfully.
Welcome everyone for this Lumbini medical mission sharing. I think it's the inaugural medical mission at Nepal. Actually, it's a co-organized by city and IBS, National Buddhist Society. Yeah, and then also there's the National Kidney Foundation. The local foundation that is also organizing it as well. Yeah, so over here in Singapore, there are 5. Yeah, sorry. Okay. Myself, Dr. Jane, who is a TCM doctor, Nurse Kim Yen. Sister Kim has been staying there for a couple of months already. And then below you see Dr. Ko, who is a dentist, and Sister Grace, who is our dental assistant. Okay, so let's start. Okay. Okay, so am I sharing first? Okay. I'll do a quick one. Okay. So anyway, yeah. Which come true? Why did I say that? Oh yeah. Yeah, so Master had been sharing about Nepal for a long time already. I think a couple of years. Yeah, sister, you just move. Just go ahead. I just continue. Yeah, and yeah, so you see this kind of picture, and then I don't know, like usually when I see, I just like, wow, Tzu is at this kind of far away place. Yeah, I never thought that I'll be like, have the opportunity to go there actually. Yeah, And I think Master recently she really kept talking about Nepal, like almost on a daily basis. Yeah, which is like, wow, she really put a lot of great emphasis on Nepal. That's why I thought, okay, since there's this opportunity for Singapore and Malaysia, yeah, I know it's our Futian. Yeah, so we can seize the opportunity and then I think it's everyone's Futian. It's not just like TIMA, or it's not just like the few people who stay there for a couple of months. It's everybody's Futian. So that's why we are all here. We all have the ability to
Is this the one?
go and for someone. Sorry, a technical issue again. Okay, so I just share my experience. Okay, so I'm a GP. So GP, we don't have any skill. We only know how to see patients. So later I'll show you some photos of me over there seeing patients. It's just a very like the usual medical mission setup, table, chair, then like your BP set, your pen and paper, then that's it already. Yeah, stethoscope. Yeah. So yeah, actually, initially I thought that the patients there, I have the idea that they'll be like very illiterate, they'll be very like, okay, they're poor, yes, you all know that, but I thought they'll be very blur kind, like never see doctor in their life, but not true, okay, yeah, actually they, honestly, after the 3 days session, I really feel that like actually they are same as like Singapore patients. They actually speak a different language, and then of course the poverty that is really prevalent in Lumbini . Yeah, so okay, they don't have because the healthcare system. Later I'll show you all a little bit about the local healthcare system. So they don't really have a proper like medical infrastructure over there. Yeah, but some of them actually can show me like reports from like the Indian doctors. Some of them go to India to see doctors, some go to other states. Yeah, so they actually can show you. And then like some of them have done like PCI, for like coronary artery disease and all. Yeah, so they actually have certain intervention, and some of them are like antihypertensive. They can be like those kind of combined antihypertensive. In Singapore, it'd be like those branded, very expensive kind. So they can bring this kind of medicine and show us. But because of their poverty, right, they can only buy medicine when they have money lah. Then when they don't money, then no medicine. Got money, they got medicine. That kind, Yeah, but that's not all of them. But a certain group of them are actually quite savvy, quite literate. Yeah. So yeah, I just want to share two cases lah. Actually, I don't have their photos, but I'll just share like random photos, okay, of me seeing patients. Yeah, so there's one lady, she actually is an elderly lady with like a hip fracture, like maybe a few years ago. Yeah, so she came limping because she was too old for operation. Yeah, so she was like on crutches and then like limping. Yeah, not this lady, but yeah, just one of the ladies I saw. Yeah, so she was limping, and then actually what can we do there, right? It's already like probably already healed, and so and she's mobile, so it's quite good. It's just that she's like on crutches kind of thing. Yeah, so actually her main complaint, right, is really to me it's a psychological thing. So she's like she she cannot walk around anymore. She's like her mobility has suffered, and then she cannot do a lot of things. Yeah, so it's same as Singapore. It's like the typical patient who lost their function. Yeah, so actually they are not so much like a physical thing. It's more a psychological thing. Yeah, but of course I don't have antidepressant for her lah. Yeah. And another patient is a lady with recent stroke lah. Yeah, so actually referred by Qiao Rong from TCM department. Yeah, because she had stroke like about a couple of days ago. Then no money to see doctor and everything. Yeah, then she had a hemiparesis, and then she was drowsy. Yeah, so she couldn't eat. Yeah, so they tried to feed her and everything, and over there she's just like limping, lying limp on the wheelchair, and obviously very dehydrated lah. Yeah, but thankfully her vitals are still stable. Yeah, so it's sad lah because there's no hospital in Lumbini. They have to send her to another state. Yeah, so yeah, we had to ask the children to send her to hospital for further treatment. Yeah, so can I go down next Yeah, okay. So you can see, okay, our translators, yeah, they're very earnest, they're very young, they really want to help us. Okay. But unfortunately, like not all of them speak the local dialect. Yeah, because yeah, the local, some of them speak Hindi, some of them speak the I don't know what language.
Local language.
Yeah, the local language. Yeah. So not all
Lumbini
of
has
them
its
speak
local
the
language.
Nepalese language. Yeah. So it's interesting lah, in the sense that even the Nepalese
Cannot
translators,
communicate the
sometimes they
local.
cannot communicate that well as well. So there's a lot of sign language involved. Yeah. Oh yeah. This patient. Yeah. I guess his age. I mean, if it's accurate, they reported him to be like about 103 years old, this uncle. And he's still walking with his like very cute walking stick. There's like just one big hole. Yeah. So he came in with uncontrolled hypertension. Yeah. And then not eating well and that kind of stuff. Yeah. So only like when I dug out this photo, right, then I realized wow. I'm like, actually, this from Pinterest, it's like some National Geographic thing. As I realized that, like when I was seeing there, I see all there like individual and patients and everything. Yeah, but suddenly I realized that, wow, I'm in this like, I'm in a documentary or something, like, all these patients, if I take them close up, right, I actually put it on National Geographic magazine. Yeah, so it's really amazing, like how at that point in time, you don't have time to go and think about all these things, you just like want to see all the patients because there are thousands of them. I think GP is about 3,000 over patients. Yeah, so it's like I was like seeing it at like lightning speed, faster than my polyclinic days. Yeah, I really want to clear my patients. Yeah, I'm so sorry, but I hope I still can have real one now, okay, in the process. Yeah, okay, so next, another lady, this patient, I took a photo of her because I refer her to charity because I saw her about like maybe 2-3 p.m. and she told me she hasn't eaten anything since morning. Yeah. So she's like really hungry, and then she has financial difficulty, not working and stuff. Yeah. Okay, so so we see as such patients, I think is really like they are really poor, they're really poor. Yeah, so okay, I just want to move on. This is the public health center, which is like the only public clinic in the whole of Lumbini. Yeah, so the doctor in the center in blue, he's actually a medical officer who's posted there for 2 years. Yeah, so there's no like really like how to say committed doctor who is stationed there, because they are like rotated. Yeah, and he has other dreams, of specializing and everything. So he won't stay as well. Yeah, so just some photos and let you see like what's inside. This is like the pharmacy. I see like the nebulizer and stuff. And then next one is the ECG, the bed for ECG. And then next, these are some of the medications that they have. Yeah, actually we realized that hypertension is very prevalent over there because of the diet, very salty. Yeah, but they don't really have much antihypertensives here also. And then they told us that actually he doesn't routinely take blood pressure. Yeah, only with symptoms that he can take blood pressure, Yeah, so wow, a lot of the health screening is a lot of improvement. You can see it's like very bare one. Yeah, they mainly treat like infections and like stuff. So cute stuff. So in comparison, my clinic in next site, I'm like thinking, ayo, they are like, how long will they take to get here? Yeah, but I really hope they can have a better healthcare infrastructure. So I think at the end of the day, what we can do in the medical mission is really limited. But I hope we manage to get with all the patients. Yeah, and then of course it master's great wish to 翻转 Nepal, right? And it's like to really help them more than like just going for like regular missions kind of thing. I really feel that they have hope. They have hope to reach here. Just like it takes some planning and it takes a while. Yeah, it takes a lot of planning. I don't imagine as well, but I know it will be done. Yeah, so lastly, I just want to share this, like Lumbini, right? It's the birthplace of Buddha. Yeah, so this is in the Lumbini Gardens, outside the Maya Devi temple, where Buddha's tomb was. Yeah. So I met this group of Nepalese girls. They are from Kathmandu, the capital, and then they are on a school trip. Yeah, so this girl who is beside me, right, she's really cute. Yeah, she suddenly like I started approach me, then she said, hey, there's something like white at the side of the face. Yeah, so she like pointed out to me. Yeah, then they all like started gathering around me. So I like, hey, hi, where are you from and everything. Yeah. So really, really, really cute bunch of girls. And then suddenly Dr. Eddie appeared, then he's like, show them your logo, show them your 慈济 logo. I'm like, oh, sorry, I totally forgot that I'm here to like 传法。I say, I thought I could like, oh yeah, you know, Tsuji Foundation, we are here to do medical mission. And then I started to share lah, yeah. So really like I think 感恩 to our senior volunteers who really like, you know, 佛心实质 lah, okay, remember what exactly we are really here to 播种 with them. And then like later after we take the photo, right, then she still kind of hug me, you know, this girl. Yeah, so then suddenly I'm thinking to myself, you know, I really don't know her at all. Like, and she's like so friendly. It's like as if we have known each other. Yeah, you know, 就是有缘 咯. Yeah, there's affinity, you see. Yeah, so I just feel that actually all of us I mean, the fact that you're here listening to the sharing today, we all have affinity. Yeah, with Nepal lah. Yeah, and then we can all do this together lah. Yeah, basically. Okay, so I think this is I was like sharing. Thank you. Okay, I will move on to let's move on to Dr. Grace.
Actually,
Yeah.
it was just like Dr. Paul said. Everybody that think that we are very pleased that we can go to Nepal mission because only a small mission and so actually not much to say lah. Thanks for the invitation. Okay.
Okay, I want to ask Sister Grace. Maybe you can share with us like your 因缘 how you join, how you managed to join the mission. Yeah, I thought that was interesting. Yeah, she's one of the
Actually, it's Brother Ricky who asked me. She asked me if the very last chance there because he also wants to go, but end up he don't manage to go. So I just try again. So I apply my leave. Then my colleague happened that they approved. So that's why I'm here right now.
This is our first mission.
First
time at the mission?
no, she's very seasoned really.
Yeah.
No, but your how you got your leave thing. Yeah, she'll share with us. It's a very 奇妙的因缘 that she actually even managed to get the chance to go.
Yeah.
可以 share 可以在机场 share 给我们这样。Yeah. Yeah, serious. I also want to know. I think 你 okay share 吗？
Okay.
Yeah, because she recently changed job. Yeah.
I picked and I changed a new company. Happened that 3 months probation, then I can apply my leave already. So just managed to use up all my leave for this year. And then I'm glad that I know I managed to go there and know some other Nepal dentists there, and so that I know their dental instrument and what is the condition there.
So how's the condition? How you find the condition?
Actually, Dr. Ko telling me, that
means you have to blend into the local context. Yeah. And then you all say 难行能行 or something like that, right?
难行能行，难拔能拔。
Why?
因为Dr. Ko 讲那个 the people there, their teeth is very difficult to extract.
Teeth.
So finally we still manage. Actually, we don't see much patient there. Quite relaxed for us this time. Because this is dental, this time they don't plan to see as much patient as possible.
You also only adults, no school children?
Children also they see. Children, but some of them are very good. They actually don't really cry. But some, I think one of them is very, another doctor who see Dr. Kaja. But that one is a big exception. Most of them is okay.
So they have their own regular dental care?
They actually have Dr. Wangan for free also, I think, often on Sunday or Monday. Twice a week.
Yeah.
Dr. Call already.
Okay.
Check it out. So I don't really talk much there because our language is a bit different. We even need a translator. So usually we just, I'm there, I'm just do backup work only. Usually facing Dr. Call a lot.
What about equipment?
Equipment, huh?
For the mission, was it equipment?
Actually, not
Obviously
so
not
well.
the usual.
Because previously, before we go, Dr. Ko said, and he don't need much thing because everything is prepared there. And end up when we are there, we don't even have an amalgamator. The dental chair, 3 chairs, then end up 1 chair is working. But we cannot see.
So this is what the whole point of this thing is for some of us becoming Asian from it, because we don't go everywhere, right? So in fact, this is very nice that we didn't go. So now we can listen to everybody. And then hopefully we can improve it. So besides this,
And
the chairs
then
and so on, how about disposal of sharp?
also a sharp. Oh, this one. No. They only have the paper box. It's not instead of the plastic box, the yellow box as in Singapore. Actually, end of the day, I think we just left it there. I think the clinic themselves, they take care of it. I'm not sure where it is.
No proper shops. No proper shop.
They say they have everything.
We use Clorox sterilized.
Oh,
That's how MOH in Singapore works. Because what she said is very important. And then it is actually the patient is very like Singaporean. We cannot treat it like the jungle and anything will do. It's not like that. Of course, we wouldn't have facilities because it's so far away. But we must think that for the standard it should be like that. So it will apply to the No, but she is the one who is last year.
not
Yeah, I just want to encourage you so you speak up more
Thank
about
you.
the problem you're faced with.
It's okay, you ask the
Yeah, my
question.
job here is actually encourage you to speak up so that I can hear the problem of what you're doing over there. We know you want to be right here. But
It's okay lah,
in order to
actually.
improve, we need to see the right, and you're on the ground, you have to share and tell us your problem.
The local can tell much. Don't worry.
Keep going, keep going. Siapa? Okay.
Speak to the mic. Hello, good evening, brothers and sisters. Yeah, so I'm Dr. Ko, the dentist. So we have very fortunate now that I have this opportunity to go to Lumbini. Right. So let me just get on to the presentation. Okay. So basically we actually started our flight earlier than 3rd of November. We actually started on 2nd of November because we were taking a connecting flight to KL, and from KL then we'll fly to Kathmandu, and on 3rd of November we stayed in Kathmandu for 1 night. Then 3rd of November we took a domestic flight from Kathmandu to Lumbini. Right, so behind me you can see Buddha Air. So I think this is a famous Buddha Air. That is the safest airline. Safest airline we have been taking. All of our volunteers has been taking. Right. So next we will arrive in Lumbini Airport. So Lumbini Airport is a small airport. Whereby the luggage you have to it is manually towed into the arrival hall. So we actually pick up our luggage from there. But one thing about this like a short 35 minutes flight, but we passed by this very nice Himalayas mountain range. So on the picture on the left, you can see the Himalayas mountain range. And most of the time when we take aeroplane, we actually look down onto the mountains. But in this case, we have to look slightly up because we are still flying below the mountain range. Right. Next, please. So immediately when we touched Lumbini, we had a briefing, and that briefing was pretty short and sharp. And then the next thing is actually site orientation, whereby they brought us to the campsite. So over this this medical mission, actually the term there they call it a medical camp, right? So it's the way that it was held. Actually, I understand that this medical camp has been there pre-COVID time, a regular activity. So yearly or even once, twice, or 3 times a year, they actually hold this medical camp. So medical camp actually refers to a medical mission. So whereby they get in the doctors, usually from Kathmandu, to run this medical camp. So they actually have a proper dental clinic. So this is my first time for a medical mission that we have a proper dental chair. So you can see the proper dental chair there. And in fact, there's 3 of them. But unfortunately, as what has Sister Grace has said, there's only one that's working. Working meaning to say the drill can run, the motor can run. Yeah. The other one, actually, the chair can go up and down. But the motor cannot run. The drill cannot run. Okay. The light is a bit dim, but still workable. We can use it for extraction. But if you talk about surgery, we have to depend on this chair. So this chair become a very prized asset. So all the 3 dentists is actually queuing up for this chair. When we need to do fillings, we need to do scaling, we need to do surgical extraction. We need this chair because that's the only one that the motor is running. And for this chair, you can see behind the chair there's a compressor. So this compressor is the thing that been hooked up to run the compressed air so that our motor can turn. So unfortunately, there's only one compressor that's running. This clinic is a bit noisy also. Normally when we do our medical mission, this compressor is actually located outside the clinic, outside our premise. So that makes the area more conducive and more relaxed. But in this case, the compressor is located just behind the chair. So it's very loud actually when we operate the chair. Okay, next please. Right, so actually before we come to this stage, me and Sister Grace actually spent a good 3 hours or 4 hours washing up the instrument because we realized that the instrument was just left on the table. So I think that it's not very sterile. So we have to look for the autoclave, and unfortunately there's only one autoclave, and that autoclave is a big one, and I understand that it takes up a lot of power. So what happened is that Sister Kim was telling us that and warned us that if you on the autoclave, it may trip, and then the whole complex will be back up. So I think that you'll be very selfish because on the section, the whole operation get paralyzed. So no choice. So we luckily Sister Grace very clever, brought 2 concentrate Sister Jennifer, pass it to Sister Grace. Okay, brought 2 concentrate disinfectant. Okay, this disinfectant is actually very powerful, can kill even spores. Right. So we quickly make some of this disinfectant and then start to do cold sterilization. So to get ready the next day. So on the slide now you see is the next day, right? So actually, to me, a little bit of a spiritual side. I feel that this medical camp feels more like a puja. You know, puja is it's like an offering. It's like where Dharma is being expounded, you know, by the master. So we can feel the presence of Master Zhen Yan. Master Zhen Yan is like the one that actually behind all these activities. So although it's a medical mission, but you can see all these patients coming out, doctors coming out, healthcare worker, volunteers, and everybody come. So it's something like in the Lotus Sutra saying that all the Bodhisattvas has come from all sides, from the ground, you know, from the sky, and everybody is congregating at this mission site. So this is something I feel spiritual about this medical mission as compared to the previous few in Sri Lanka, in Cambodia, right? So that's why I put in this slides here. Next, please. right? So we get on to work, and then you can see that the patients and actually you find that they dress quite well. Huh? Later on, I understand from Sister Kim Yen, and later on we see ourselves when we go down to the village, that actually in their at home they don't dress so well. When they come to this medical camp, is some maybe an outing to them, you know, so they dress very well. So you see that during the medical camp, you don't feel that they are that poor and desolate. But actually when you go down to their village, to their house, they look quite desolate and yeah. So that's how we operate. We do a triage outside, and then we decide what to do with the teeth: extract, fill, or clean, and then we bring them to the clinic, and we have done the job. So thanks to Sister Grace, you see that on the picture on the right hand side, the instruments are very neatly laid around, so that we know what to pick.
These are from us, right?
No, this is supplied by the local.
So how is the solution?
Actually, the condition is not very good. Like the extraction forceps, some of that I think is lack of maintenance. You know, the forceps when we use it can open but cannot close. Yeah. So the screw there, they should have oil it and maintain it. So when the faucet you open and then grab the tooth, you want to grab the tooth, but the faucet cannot close. Or maybe I don't have the strength. I cannot close the faucet because the hinge is stuck. All right. So the condition is not that good for the instrument. So but because this mission is a bit special, we are on the supportive side. So the things are supplied by them. I was told that we just follow the flow on. Yeah. Okay, next please. Thanks. Right. Okay, this is non-bar. The bar is quite difficult to extract. Actually, compared to Cambodia, Sri Lanka, Philippines, this is the highest level of difficulty. So a lot of times I have to resort to a transalveolar extraction, meaning to say I need to leave a flap, remove some of the alveolar bone that support the teeth, and maybe even section the tooth, because some tooth is some teeth is actually tree rooted, so you got to split the roots to take them out individually. So that's what the word is like 菩萨道了 So so yeah, later I understand that why the teeth is difficult to extract, because according to a local dentist, actually they smoke. Before we go there, actually Dr. Ho Xingqing actually give us a step, WHO steps away. So inside the tobacco use, actually they use a lot of tobacco, but they don't smoke it. Strange. So I asked the local dentist, she actually showed me the tobacco leaf come in a packet form. So they open the packet and then they crush the leaf and then they put it inside the mouth and they chew. So as they chew, they leave the leaf inside. I think that has a higher level of nicotine or make them more shook. So because of this chewing, their alveolar bone actually thickens and very cortical. So it makes it very tough. So when you wedge your instrument, you're like wedging between two pieces of rock and it doesn't move. So that's the cortical, and could be due to the mineral content from the water and all this.
And you have drill bits?
Yeah.
The market to cut the alveolars.
Say again?
Yeah, drill bits. How do you manage to cut the alveolars?
Yes, we actually bought some, again, who Sister Jennifer? No. So I managed to get hold of some drill bits and burrs, round burr and fissure burr to split.
Yeah.
So we can actually take it out. So I think it's.
But they have a drill.
Yes. So only that one chair that has the drill that is operational. So quite a few times that over the days I have to resort to that method to extract the teeth. Yeah, next please. All right. So thanks to Dr. Anil. Dr. Anil actually taught me a lot of things, and also how to fix up a compressor also. So I learned that to be a Nepalese dentist, we have to know a little bit about the mechanical aspect of the machine, right? Okay, but he's very good. Yeah, he's very good. So very supportive. He actually flew in specially from Kathmandu and bring along some of his instruments and material to support this medical camp. Right. Okay. So so hopefully we can have get more people like him to get into our to join the local TIMA volunteers, and then that's where the word we say isn't Wuliang isn't. We need to start somewhere. So I hope that he can be the seed that to start off the Nepal TIMA, especially dental side. Right. So he actually brought along two of the young dentists also, and the dental assistant, two dental assistants. And we see the translator who is Mr. Rakesh. So he is of a great help also. Yeah. Next, please. Right. So after the 3 days of dental mission, we actually go on to visit the Maya Devi temple. So where we see the birthstone of Buddha himself. So we even have the opportunity and fortunate enough to do a walking meditation 3 rounds in that monument. Unfortunately, we can't take any photograph inside because it is forbidden, prohibited, right? So the center is a pillar that's erected by King Asoka, right? So to mark this birthplace of Buddha itself. Okay, next please. Right. So we also have an opportunity to go down to see this village for home visit. So what touches me most is a mud stained milk bottle. So in Singapore we actually wash and sterilize the milk bottle, but this over here the milk bottle looks like that, and the toddler just pick up and then use it. And the drinking water is actually directly from the underground, and it's not filtered, not boiled, and they drink directly. So in fact, the house that you see is actually a brick house that is supplied by the government, or HDB, So this is considered a very good house. So other houses are actually made of straw and mud. Yeah. Next, please. Thanks. Okay, so on the left hand side, you see the rice. So if you actually magnify it, you can see pebbles and all the broken rice. Yeah. So what we eat in the guest house actually is much better. so nothing to complain. Yeah. So really, I feel a bit hard. I mean, very heartache when we see this type of situation. That's what they eat. Yeah. Next, please. Right. So our TIMA doctor from Malaysia actually do a on the spot examination, because we saw this young I think it's 3 or 4 year old little girl he has actually a cannula, a plug, IV plug that is still stick onto the wrist. So she's apparently having fever, but don't know what's the cause of fever. So the doctors are trying to find out what's the cause. And when we come near her, actually we see a lot of lice and hair also. So that's the state that they are in now, Yeah. So you can also see their room. I think you saw this picture before, the mud floor and the little brother that's playing on the, what do you call it, trampoline, is it? Yeah. Yeah, he was jumping on that. Right. Next, please. So we have the opportunity to visit some schools. This is actually a private school. So you see that they actually dress quite well, right? And then they have a bit of bench and school desk. Yeah. So this is actually quite a well-off school, a private school where they pay higher school fees. So very good. Yeah. This is actually a quite good school. Yeah, in the middle of the paddy field. So next, please. Right. So this is a preschool that is being supported by Tzu. So on the lower left-hand corner, you actually see some their hand towel and their water bottle. And they have a very innovative way of marking attendance. So if you see the Nepal flag, or a picture that means, or aeroplane, or it means that the student is absent. Yeah. So if you see the name, that means the student is present. So that's how they mark attendance. Quite innovative. The teacher don't go around chasing with a piece of paper and pen marking attendance. So they just need to look at the name and the pictures. So, so the aeroplane is not around, the Nepal flag is not around. It's absent. Yeah. Okay, next please. Right, so this is the paddy field, and we have the opportunity to go to a secondary school lah. So we have some talk, some encouragement talk over there, and I think it's quite meaningful also. Thanks. Right, so this is a slide where we see we actually on the left hand side we see Brother Mukunda. So he is actually the one that fetches us from the airport and then has accompanied us in Kathmandu. And he also went to the medical camp. So why I took this picture is because in the aeroplane, I actually was reading this book, 一路的奔到佛国. So this book actually talked about the 2015 Nepal earthquake. So inside it mentioned quite a few number of Nepal volunteers which have stayed with us until this day. So one of them is Brother Mukunda, the other one is Brother Unish, right? So he even bring us to his dormitory. So I understand Sister Jane is actually neighbor, his neighbor. No,
Supposed to be.
Supposed to be.
But
Okay.
didn't happen.
This room actually is on the rooftop of our place, of our office. It's a penthouse. Okay. So I'm very fortunate to be able to witness this volunteer and very thankful to them that stay until this day and is helping us and, in this Nepal.
It's like the characters come alive.
Yeah.
The
The character really all jump in front. And this book happened to me. I just pick up any book from my bookshelf because I know that there's an interconnecting flight and all this. So I just need something to read. So I just pull any book from the bookshelf and happen to see all these people. Next, please. Right, we happen to go to a mountain orphanage, whereby there's a Tzu baby on the right hand side. Tzu baby actually was carried 3 days along the mountain path and passed it to this orphanage principal to take care. So this principal actually named, I understand from the Malaysian brother and sister, that it's actually being named Tzu.
Yeah.
Tzu Nepal. The surname is Nepal. Name is Tzu.
This orphanage was supported by Tzu.
Yeah, this orphanage is also supported by Tzu. So I understand that this is in the mountain. You see, we have to actually park our bus about maybe 300-400 meters away. We carry in all the things that we want to give it to them via this mountain path. So I understand that Tzu is going to actually relocate this orphanage to a more accessible area. So we actually did some screening, health screening, dental screening, and education there. Health education there. We teach them the brushing and all that. So I think that this medical mission actually is more than a medical mission. It actually bring us to see the different aspect, the villages, the orphanage, and even where Buddha is born. So it is very, very special medical mission to me. Right. So this is the whole group of us from Singapore, Malaysia, yeah, and also with the other volunteer, not Fitri, Tusi. He can speak very well. He can speak Hokkien because he work in Mandarin, Hokkien, Nepali, English. He can speak multiple language. So brother Tusi.
You can do sign language also.
I can do sign language. So he is multilingual. Yeah, and all these are the people who stay from 2015 after the Nepal earthquake with us until this day. Right. Next, please. Okay, so that's all for my sharing. Thank you.
Okay, so now we have a commercial break. We have another video to show. Yeah. Okay, but it's before because the first video that we showed, right, is actually done by our Zhen Sanmei, our very, very sparse, very few media team members in Nepal, led by Brother Nan Kai from Singapore. A very, very good video. And then this one is a compilation of a few of our photos, to showcase our Singapore team. So yeah.
With every song, there's a theme that we sing. With each new moment comes a new melody. I can choose to let the sun shine brilliantly, or to let the cold rain pour down heavily. With every song, we'll have highs and have lows. With open hearts, every challenge will help us to grow. My heart creates the music I'll call my own. While we are young, let's choose the words for our song. I choose to walk through the crowd. I know that love's right here and right now. So let us open up our hearts to those in need. That is what makes a touching, warm melody. I choose to share all my love. I give my all right here and right now. Reach out and give a helping hand to those in need. With a smile we can bring this world harmony. Slowly, surely, we give our life beauty.
With every song we'll have highs and have lows. With open hearts, every challenge will help us to grow. My heart creates the music I'll call my own. While we are young, let's choose the words for our song. I choose to walk through the crowd. I know that love's right here and right now. So let us open up our hearts to those in need. That is what makes a touching, warm melody. I choose to share all my love. I give my all right here and right now. Reach out and give a helping hand to those in need. So start with me, mindful where to walk with our feet. Slowly, surely, we give our life beauty. I choose to share all my love.
I give my all right here and right now.
Reach out and give a helping hand to those in need.
Inspire good in every person that you meet. Slowly, surely, we give our life beauty. La 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 la. I choose to have a meaningful life, a life powered by love.
Okay, 感恩 everyone. Okay, so next time we would like to invite Sister Kim Yan, our 常驻 volunteer in Nepal, to give a sharing. Sister Kim Yan, please.
Okay, okay, my slide. Okay, good evening, brother and sister. Can hear me?
Yes.
Okay, long time no see. Actually, I've been here since 17 August, 3 months plus. So just to tell you a bit the life over here. Initially, actually, when we came over, it was very, very hot. We really sweat like anything. So now it's entering into the winter. So weather is very nice. Night and morning, early morning is cold. But afternoon will be rather hot. It can be 27, 28 degrees. Now is the time to enjoy the weather here, because hot weather is really not easy, not easy to get used to it. Okay, I just want to talk a little bit on this medical camp. I've been to many medical mission. This medical camp is a bit different because we have more discipline here. We have gynae, We even have a radiologist to do ultrasound. We have a pediatricians. So it's quite a vast, a lot of discipline coverage. So hope next round we can get orthopedic surgeon in also. And this medical camp is after the camp, we actually went look through all the reports, the medical reports, and then we pull out those cases that need follow up, and then we call them or either home visit them. But over here is a bit difficult in such a way that they don't have the proper address. Like we have a house number plus the block number, or then followed by street's name, then the house number. They don't have house number. It's just a village, you know. And then you have to go there. They only know the name of the person. So it's quite difficult to follow up. Sometimes there are certain, we really cannot find the person, especially a child. There are people, the villagers, not familiar with the child. Well, like father or mother, maybe they are familiar with each other, but not the child. So next time, maybe we have to improve on that, to add on the father's name or the mother's name, so that we need to follow up. We able to get it. And then some of them, they may not have telephone number. Okay, so I think I just I will share on more on the home visit case. Okay, next slide, please. Okay, so I want to share is this case. This is actually the care recipient is the father. Next slide, please. The father is 55 years old, and then almost blind. Is about one of the eye is already blind, another one is about 90% blind. So he only can see the shadow. So next slide. This is the mother. Mother is 45 years old, mentally challenged. Actually, she was well, but until her mother and the father passed away, and she went to depressions, and then ended up mentally not very sound. Okay, next. Okay, they have three children. The elder sister is 9 years old. Second is 7 years old. The youngest brother is 3 years old. Okay, next. Okay, this is their living environment. Their house, this is the back of the house. The house, as what just now Dr. Koh mentioned, made of straw and mud. So the wall actually almost at risk of collapse. Okay, next. And then the mother every day will go around and do begging. And then this is what she has back, what she has get it. Those vegetable here, a lot of those like all the gualei and but green vegetable very few. And then you look at this one, the rice is almost to the bottom of the container already. So we provide monthly food distribution. We include rice, dal, oil, salt. Okay, next. So this elder sister is in charge of cooking. So she will do the cooking for the family. And then the next one. The second sister in charge of washing clothes. Look at her, she's actually very small babe. And then she has to pump, you see the left hand corner on the right. She has to pump, and then the water, then you can get the water. So she perpetually, when she pumps, she has to really lift herself up from the ground. And then after she has to do the washing for the whole family, including her mother. And then you look at the right hand lower corner, she has to hang the clothes over such a high bamboo stick. So she just throw over, but she one thing is very good. She's so used to it. It won't miss lah. It will just go over, and then she managed to dry the clothes. Next. Next slide. Okay, so this is part. Another is for her. She has to go and sieve out above. She has to sieve out the rice that on this sieve. So you see, she can do it so well. No, there's no rice that really came. I mean, fall off from the sieve. No. So look at her, just age of 7, and she can manipulate control the whole thing so well. So this is you born in such a family, you have to learn all these skills. Next. Okay, so we 自己 have to build a house. 这个是temporary 的简易屋啊，a house for the family lah. And then the sister is actually the sister is next staying next door. But if we were to hack off the house, the sister house also will collapse. No, that's why we built 2 houses for the sister. This sister is the care recipient sister. That means is their auntie. Okay, next. And then this youngest brother Rahuna. You look at the abdomen, it's very big. So one day somebody send us the photo, so we just go down and have a look. Next slide. Okay, so I went down and measured the circumference. Standing is 58 cm, and then I palpated the abdomen is hard. The mother abdomen also big and hard. So we have a group discussion, and then we decide to bring them to the public health center. This PSC is equivalent to our polyclinic. So the next day we get transport, and then we went there to fetch them. You see, so told the mother, say we're going to bring this small little kid to the clinic to see doctor, and this mother refused to carry the child over to the transport. So a lot of people persuaded her, said you must bring him, but she just refused. No, and then she kept walking away, far away, and then in the end, one of the landlord instructed her, said you have to bring him. She only afraid of this landlord only. So in the end, she quite go to the transport there. Then to my surprise, I saw this elder sister already carry this little boy sitting inside this tutu waiting for us. So you see, she is so 懂事 that the brother need to see doctor, and then she just waited there for us. So on the way, we halfway through the journey, we bought 2 sets of clothing for these 3 siblings because theirs is very dirty. Actually, for this family, is really very pitiful. Is mother cannot look after the children, and then father partially blind also can't. So all of them, the clothing is really very, very dirty. So and then also at the same time, we bought a dress for the mother. Next slide. Okay, so we just change. You see, the clothing change to new one. Then they sit inside. You see, the mother can even sing song inside. So happy. You just give them something not really luxurious, but for them is something really very wonderful for them. And then this is the first time they sit inside this to do a transport. So at the clinic, doctor prescribed some prescribed the liver medication for the brother. And then the mother is very uncooperative, cannot get any urine, so they never do anything for her. But instead of telling the mother how to feed the little boy, I have to tell the sister, because the mother is hard to communicate to her. So the sister is like taking over the role as a mother. Okay, next. And then after on the 29th, I went and have a look, take a check, and then the circumference down to 53 cm. So very happy lah. I mean, there is effect, you see. Then next. Okay, but then after a week later, the abdomen again bloated again become bigger again. So actually, one of the local doctor order another dose of deworm medication, but it don't work well. But since the medical camp is coming, admin is coming, so we waited for the medical camp to let the pediatrician to see him. Next slide. So our pediatrician, Dr. Eddie, saw him and then also did ultrasound. Then was actually NAD lah, is normal. So likely is malnutrition. And then he given some vitamin syrup. And then he also make 2 visits during the medical camp to this family. And then the second trip, he saw the family cooking, no. So even try onto what they have cooked, no. But I can tell you over here, the food over here is very saltish, very saltish. So over here is I think it's their culture, no. They really can eat a lot of salt. For us, a packet of salt we can for months, for years also cannot finish. For them, 1 kg of salt, 1 month they finish. Yeah, really. And then a lot of them, they have kidney disease and hypertension. Next. Okay, so also because the elder sister 7 and the second sister is 9 years old, is due for schooling, no. So at the same time we have this we certainly help in this this early childhood development center, build a building for a little the 简易屋 for them. So we enroll them for the classes. Now they on the 15th November is the first day to attend the class. So both of them sitting on the floor, you know, try to teach them how to draw zero, you know. So the first time they holding a pencil with books, you know. So they are very happy. And then today we went again, the elder sister writing there, writing B. So you can say this is B, you know. So at least they have the education. This is to 翻转他们 because without education they will be forever in this poverty. Next. Okay, actually for this case actually is a 3-in-1 service. Means we have charity that provide monthly food distribution, and then our medical provide medical care when necessary, and then we also provide them with educations. And then for in Lumbini, especially in the village, actually you went in, you can see a lot of people. The home is actually a lot of them made of straw and mud, no? And then, but of course there are some have brick houses, no. Those with brick houses, it means they are much better off. Why most of them with brick houses is they have people going overseas to work, and then they will come back, then they start building the houses. And then the houses you can see a lot is only 1 level. Lower one is brick houses. Then on top, they are pending to build more. They're waiting for, you can see the wire at the 4 corner. You know, they are waiting for them, waiting to save more money and build a 2nd level. So over here is you can see everywhere. It's only they built 1 level and then waiting for another level to be built. And then, and a lot of people like all these charities, most of them sometimes they need as what 3-in-1, not only charity itself. They need medical and need education. I have one patient, he actually met accident. He actually quite well off when he's working, and then but then because he met accident, got cerebral hemorrhage, coma, and then in hospital for 4 months. And then he sell away his paddy field, and then end up is need charity to our charity need to come in to help them. So over here is you can you look at them, they are really some of them really very poor, and then their living is like 2,000 years ago, not much different from Buddha's time. The way you go into the house, they use the cow dung they make with add water and then some mud, and then they use the hand. Then during a certain festive season, they will use that, and then they will use the hand to 抹那个地, you know not? They just so you can see it's like a layer of cement like that, no? But actually it's cow dung. So you look at it, you also initially when you want to step on it, you also feel a bit frightened, but now quite used to it already lah. They are like that. Then what to do? You still have to go step into their house, you see. And then for here, the education over here actually very lack. For them, especially farmer, education not important, because they feel that in the end they also need, they still have to go to the paddy field. So especially women, even less privilege, priority given to the male. Female, 13, 14 years old, they stop schooling and then they will get married, you see. So these are the unfairness over here lah. And then for these three siblings, I really feel I keep thinking, why are they so unfortunate to born in such a family? No, really nobody take care. No, mother cannot even take care of herself. How to take care of the children? So, but then you think positively. Actually, they also fortunate because they met Tzu Chi. At least with Tzu Chi come in, can help them in their education, provide them with some food, and then there is something, build a house for them, you see. So hope that they are able to have a better life with the educations. So this is my sharing. Yeah, actually this mother, initially when they built the house for her, and then she suddenly feel that, how come her whole house disappeared? No, because they got hacked away the house. And then she was crying, no, you know. Then was crying, and there people keep telling, say they are building a house for you, so you did this thing. Then now she can see us, you know, she can even her zang, you know. So you can see also she also can understand what's going on subsequently, you know. Yeah. Okay, that's Karen.
Hello.
Yes.
Yeah. Thanks, Sister Kim Yan.
Hi. My name is Jane. I'm a TCM physician. This is my first time joining the advanced team, and we call it Xian Qian Bu Dui. So I'm the Xian Qian Bu Dui as well as the Hou Qian Bu Dui, because I just come back. You just continue. You don't have to unmute. So I've been staying there for a month. So this is my first time, because usually when I plan mission overseas, usually it's about 1 week. This is the first time I can more than a month. I mean, for a month, because I guess it's the right time. Master always say we don't have enough time. So I think whatever Master asks us to do, we just do it. That should be the right way. So although I also worry that my patient will run away after 1 month. But I never regret my decision. So today my sharing involves the importance of health education. How valuable is TCM treatment in places like Lumbini, and also the light-hearted moments, and what's next for all of us. So the importance of health education, as what Sister Kim has shared, the local people take salt like too much. Like 1 month, like the minimum quantity of a salt package is 1 kg. In Singapore, only 300, 200, and maybe for a small household like mine, we consume for the whole year. For them, 1 packet, 1 kg is for 1 month. I heard from the charity team, they even have beneficiary asking for 3 kg per month of supply from Tzu Chi. So this is during the health camp, the local
volunteers are having the buffet so that they can use their food. And in fact, you can see at the table, there's the red color containers, which is the bowl of salt. So what they do is when they eat, they will take the salt and put on top of the rice. So this is something that I will 相亲 Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's a bit too much. In fact, I went to their pasta malam on Wednesday. The hawkers also before they pack it, they also take a pinch of salt and put on top of the noodles. Yeah. So next, yeah. So too salty is we have to tell them that this is very bad for your health. So second point is they don't wear shoes. Why I'm so concerned about the shoes is because in TCM we believe that when the coldness come from the feet, it will cause the whole body to be aching here and there, and in long run it causes even more health issues. But if you look at it, I just screenshot some. This is where they are at their house. You see, they don't wear shoes. When they come to healthcare, maybe some of them wear, but you can tell that the shoes are so wear and tear that it's as if like it's as good as not wearing. So I think therefore health education is very important. So whoever going for the next mission, you can please conduct health education. I think it's very important for all 3 days. But because it is an inaugural first time mission at Nepal, so we are not prepared for that. But I think it's very important. So second of my sharing is TCM treatment is highly sought after. Yeah, this is the slide that we got from the local about the past medical missions. What are the most common illnesses? Hypertension is not inside. 血压高 is 不在里面. But if we move on, from my experience over 1 month of treatment in TCM session, 90%, that means 9 out of 10 patients that come in, they are all stroke patients. Some are as young as 30 years old. So it's very scary, and we all, with our common sense nowadays, we know that too much salt will cause hypertension. And hypertension, you need to be controlled by taking medication. If they are not seeking any other treatment, but most of them, they take the medicine for maybe a short period, 1 month, 3 months, they will stop completely. Hopefully nothing happened to them, but luck is always not on their side. And next, so what is the solution? So given in this country, in such situation, medication is not so available. Even like their so-called polyclinic, the health clinic, as mentioned, is only there's 1 medical officer, and it's not convenient for them to travel there. So Western medication is not so available. So therefore, acupuncture is one of the possible solutions in IBS, International Buddhist Society's own medical center, which they give a relatively cheap price. That's 100 rupee per consultation per treatment. 100 rupee is about our $1.10 Singapore amount. Yeah. So plus 3 now, because this is one of the good alternatives. Yeah. So, but again, the challenge is there is no qualified TCM physician in IBS. Although they have a lot of patients, but they still come. But because our physicians there are not qualified, I think it's not certified. So he just picked the acupuncture point, learning how to poke from a Korean TCM physician. Then I think he will apply all the same points. So it is a known fact that it's not effective. So we are quite worried for the patients there. So the challenge is that. But I will propose 3 solutions after discussing with 2 Nepali acupuncturists how it can help. Short-term wise, we will engage, hopefully more TCM physicians can volunteer there for 2 weeks to 1 month. Yeah. So we really need those fasting pusa. Yeah. Here we have one. 文宗师兄. Yeah. So, yeah, short-term. Of course, the minimum 2 weeks is suggested, but if you stay longer, the more barrier. Yeah. The midterm wise, we suggest to set up a medical center in Lumbini so that we have more say and we can easily rotate our physicians there. Long term wise, we would like to groom local acupuncturists.
So there's some suggestion I'm given, a very good suggestion given. So next, okay, light-hearted moments. So apparently, because I stay for 1 month, so this is the first time I ever see progress of a patient, not only for 3 days, but for months. In fact, this patient is one of the 3 brothers that came from India. They know that we are treating them. They know there's a health camp. They come all the way by bus to, and then they stay at the dormitory just outside our health clinic, our medical center. So I was very happy that one fine day we saw he was following my instruction to soak their leg in the hot water with ginger, because they always don't wear shoes. So I suggest them to boil ginger and it's warm up the body. So under 3 o'clock, 3 p.m. he was soaking his leg outside. So he was very happy. I was also very happy. So every morning, I think the life there is very disciplined. Every morning, I think like Sister Audrey and Sister Susan is knocking their head. In the morning, when we stay at the guest house as the advice team, we go for a walk at the Lumbini garden, or we call it Lumbini Park, Father Fountain also, and so it's in Hong. So you can see the beautiful scenery there. No matter which angle you take, the photos are always so scenic. Yeah, and then these are the volunteers from Malaysia, and also from our Changzhou Guojiang City. Father James shows sisters Jia City. So in Singapore, we only carry cats. We only carry dogs. Have you can you imagine a goat as your pet? Over there, I really carry a goat from the neighborhood. They really hack it that way, so I follow them. Yeah, it's a black sheep. Yeah, then I'm happy that I have a chance to fully optimize my skill there. I organized a TCM talk for the volunteers. I actually invited the IBS staff and volunteers, our translator, as well as our long-term volunteers there, because I think if they can use acupressure point pressing, or we call it Twina, to help themselves, we can share it out. I think more people can benefit. It was a very nice session the night before I left for Kathmandu. So what's next? So next is come to Nepal. Come to Nepal for 2 to 4 weeks volunteer. Longer, even more better. So why? Yeah, so yes. Because if you go to Nepal, you have a chance. During your flight, you can see this is the Mount Himalayan. It's on the flight along the way. Yeah, domestic flight. So no need to pay $380 for that. Along the way, you can see Mount Himalayas. And also, there'll be a great team over there to welcome you. So yeah, that's it. Thanks. This is my sharing for today.
Did you have any problem getting the needles?
The doctor from us, any problem getting the needles? Initially they say yes. So I calculate how many patients I can have for a month. I brought 20,000 needles there. So yeah. But later, yeah, they initially they said they can't, but later for some reason they bought it from Kathmandu, but the one they use is those 1 packet 10 needles. So that means you cannot finish, it's a bit for our standard, it's a bit non-hygienic. So Singapore we use the tube one. Every single needles are sterilized and individual pack. So yeah, they also have those. It's so expensive. And also more expensive, yes. Yeah, more expensive. Okay, sorry that we have overrun our program, but yeah, we have about like 55 participants online. So maybe we can open the floor to like any questions you all might have first before we end the meeting. Then we go for our makan. Yeah, I see a lot of familiar names.
Can we have a show of hands about how many willing to go?
Oh wow, okay. Wait, then I must show you all the screen. Hang on. Okay, Dr. Fong asked how many people willing to go there?
Yeah, just
yeah, you know how to put out your hands, right? On Zoom. Actually, some of them are there already. Yeah. Then our like Dr. Chi is it? Dr. Tang, Guo Xiao Sijie, they're all online. Yeah, they've been there so many times. Yeah. Hey, the rest, no response. Oh no. Yeah, Thank you so much, Sister Catherine. Brother Ben has been like Changzhou as well. Yeah. Hello. We have Malaysia volunteers joining us also. Oh, Janet, thank you so much.
Let's see.
Dr. Paul wants to know who lah, then he can show you all to go on the next trip ma. Yeah.
You can use the Zoom gesture to raise your hand.
Oh no, our top field only got 3 people. Okay, never mind. It's all right.
To use it. Good.
Okay, thank you so much lah. But any questions for anyone? Or any will there be a surgical mission trip soon? Thanks, Joel. This one I think you ask our Changzhou volunteers who are staying there. Yeah, but we hope so.
Thanks, Miao Hong.
Yeah, then all our surgeons can put your skills to good use. Sister Miao Hong, oh, you can ask Sister Miao Hong. Will there be a surgical mission trip soon? We got question. Eddie, you're muted.
Yeah, you can unmute Miao Hong, sister.
Hello everyone. I see next trip's PCM physician sitting there. 文忠好吗？
好，没有时
看
间。
到你很开心，你是 after Dr. Jane。
是的。
那个about the surgical trip have to discuss and ask Brother Chen Yi. Actually, this trip, the one just over, we plan to have it from the beginning, but due to the location, means the venue for us to set up is a big problem. So, and some more with Sangren's advice, this is the first time we go slow, then we decide not to have so many things. That's why we make it using one compound to consolidate all together instead of surgical have to go to another building, which is a distance from us. So that's why I do not know when we will have this. Maybe the next trip we'll discuss further.
Yeah, we certainly hope so. Yeah, I'm pretty sure in the future. Yeah, let's pray for 好姻缘. Yes. What? Do you have to be a 慈济 volunteer to go for mission trip? Okay. I think okay. I can speak for TIMA lah. I mean, basically for TIMA side, you don't actually have to be a TIMA volunteer. Yeah, because you are a healthcare professional. Yeah, so you're there to offer your professional skills lah. Yeah, but of course we'll give you briefing lah. You don't need to wear uniform one. Then for non-TIMA, then I guess yes, need to be a TT volunteer. Is brother 建议 online？ 建议是说你在线上吗？懂了，我看到国香师姐了。Yeah. Actually, this is a long-term thing lah, right? Yeah, you know the fact that we have Changzhou volunteers there, yeah. So please
set up the medical facility.
Set up medical facility. Yeah, certainly.
I think there are some plans.
Yes.
Yeah, so I'm sure like everyone here who's online now, the fact that you are here at like 9:45 PM Singapore, you are interested. Yeah, yeah, just feel free to share your thoughts and everything. Yeah, I'm sure like every one of us is very valuable. Yeah, actually, yeah, having gone to Nepal for that 3-day mission, I really feel strongly that every single person is so precious. Yeah, you like really, you have multiple roles, you do everything. Yeah, you just like make the most out of all the skills that you ever have in your life, and you acquire new skills. So just because resources are very scarce, including human resource. Yeah. So okay, anything?
Is it my turn, Dr. Jane?
Yes.
Okay. Thank you very much for giving me opportunity to say something about my experience regarding IBS and others. Yeah, actually, I had been in, first of all, I want to say about the IBS, where I had done many clinics since long time. Actually, I had been in there since 1998. I do their clinic every year. Sometimes I stay there about 3.5 months. And nowadays, I stay there at least 7 days. So last time I had been there about 10 days. I work with Dr. Jain in TCM clinic in IBS. Actually, those clinic are awesome, very good effect to the local people through the acupuncture. We used to share every day. Even I leave the IBS, I talk with the Dr. Jain about the patient, about the clinic exposure. That was good. That was good. So I'm happy to do volunteer service in IBS and social work in other place. So before I came to the IBS, I had been in Sindhu Paljok for 11 days. Sindhu Paljok, where I was there, where I am, the place is very remote. It is difficult to get facilities. Normally, we can say the local people of Sindhu Paljok totally backwards to the health. They can't manage their health services what they need at that time. So in this sense, we have been there for support the local people of Sindhu Palchok in different way. Like for example, we develop the mothers group and we train them through the basic need of health, and we support the medicine. Actually, this is not regular, but it is doing well. I'm satisfied in this sector. And likewise, I had been in the south part of Lalitpur. It is Lele. Lele is about 19 kilometers from the central part of the Lalitpur, Patan, where there is no vehicles. Actually, this is hilly region. And we go there, we organize the health camp through the acupuncture. And same time, the people get know about the acupuncture, and they had very good experience in the acupuncture treatment. Finally, they being happy with their health due to progress. Actually, the Nepali people have suffer their body problem like a pain syndrome, like a neurogenic problem since long time. Actually, they don't know about the treatment method. In fact, where they go for the treatment. Actually, they want, even they don't know where should we go there, should we go for the treatment. Actually, finally, they used to come in our clinic, likewise in our health camp, free acupuncture health camp. So they got a miracle changes in their health. Likewise, likewise, the people are taking interest to do TCM as well as acupuncture treatment. They accept as a acupuncture, accept as a health tips through the acupuncture. So in this sense, we are so happy. I am so happy to organize a program in different villages, different communities in Nepal. So I do, I do organize program every 4 times in every year. I'm doing this clinic since long time, long time. Yeah,
Thanks. Thanks, Dr. Sham.
you're welcome.
Yeah, we keep in touch, and please join us as a TIMA members. Yeah, in the near future.
Yeah. First of all, I would like to thank you very much to Dr. Chen because of it is give me a chance to being a member in TIMA. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you. Take care. Take care.
Bye.
You last one.
Take the best for us.
Yes. Well, I think that You know, Lumbini is Master's wish for us to do something, and of course, it is one of the better locations for us to do because it is also a Buddhist community. And they are desperately.
Not so many Buddhists.
Yes, but it is the
Yeah, the
origin.
birthplace. Yeah.
It's the origin of Buddhism. So by us doing it, we might restart Buddhism,
Yeah.
which is actually a very important element that we have not looked at yet. But by practicing Buddhist behavior, I think we will trigger them. As you can see already in a small little mission like this, our team has proven themselves to be fit for the job. Okay, what we need, of course, is time. Because it will not be possible to change a community overnight. But this will be the seed that I will start now. So the more of you who can volunteer, each mission will get stronger and stronger. And each mission will be modified. That's why the first mission are made of all the brave souls who have to take punishment and stay longer, and whatever is needed to be done, they have to do it. And we will then collect all the information that we have and start devising a proper plan. Eventually, you know, there'll be people who are talking about building, funding, how to create their local support. That's not going to happen in one mission or even 10 missions. I mean, it will take time. But I say if we can actually get the Buddhist activity started, it will gather more quickly and then we will do more. Oh. Okay. Right. So that's why I question asked everybody, we already have 50 more people on this Zoom, and I'm hoping that all of you will have put up your hands. Those people that I assume is because they don't know how to use the Zoom. I consider having put up hands. You know, when we organize our missions, and I have to fight for our volunteers to go because everybody wants to go. Okay, everybody. And if I want to bring a mission of like 200-300 people, we will end up with 50-60 people because everybody else all around the world wants to go too. And there's no matter how you get the fiscal limit to how many people we can actually put this in that place. But over time, I think it will then allow us to maybe expand from there and go to more than because we can see that we need like going to your headquarters. And from there we do the outreach, which is also quite important. So there may be a different style of missions, like many do outreach programs for the medical part. But the non-medical part, building the houses, picking up the information, I think it's going to be a lot more important. Okay, I think it's already 10 o'clock. Thank you very much for all coming. We want one photograph of every and video yourself.
Please all your video.
No.
For
Good
photo.
picture.
Yeah, good picture.
Yeah, okay.
There's Jenny.
Okay, one more time. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Smile. Okay, we check first.
没有，那边比我们早。That's why it's earlier than us. By 2, at least 2 hours.
感恩大家。
拜拜，good night all of you，拜拜。
祝福。
拜拜。
拜。